This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The lights are off, everything is quiet, you're ready to sleep, but your racing thoughts are keeping you awake. Sound familiar? If your thoughts won't give you a rest, it might be time to talk through them in therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/allies to give it a try.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth coming to you from Los Angeles, California. This week I'm joined by Brad Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Huber.
Tennis ball.
Michael Damiani.
What's up, everyone?
And making it all happen in the control room, we've got Isla Hink.
Hey.
Joined by Gabby. And Don's coming in later.
Sure is.
Friends, we're here to talk about some of the biggest headlines in video games this week. Xbox had a new third-party showcase that we're going to go over. We're getting details on Alan Wake 2 from
No spoilers.
Michael Huber.
Don't worry.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
And it looks like that new PS5 disk drive requires an internet connection for some reason. But before we get started, we must answer the mistakes we made in last week's episode. Isla, begin corrections music, please. Boop. Dragon Ball R&R is not a TV series, as I said. It is a fan-made audio manga.
Fan-made audio manga. That
I have a hard
is
time pulling
Audio
that apart
manga?
myself. But yeah.
Fan-made audio
Shit.
manga. I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason that came up is because Kevin Afghani, the new voice of Mario, plays Raditz in that. So
Whoa. There we go.
Love
That's
Raditz.
yeah. Brad,
Yes.
someone took issue with you saying that Xbox isn't making use of all the IP they already have.
Yes.
And pointed out that Microsoft have recently brought back Age of Empires and Flight Simulator, as well as Fable and Perfect Dark being in the works.
Those aren't
They're in
out.
the works.
Yeah.
That does
Those
not
aren't out.
count.
Those aren't out.
That does not count.
And I specifically said Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
I deny your correction.
Yeah, I deny this one.
I deny that.
Yeah.
I
Deny it.
knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I deny
Tennis
it.
ball.
They also, though, they did remind me of the old Xbox XO conventions, which have been somewhat similar to like BlizzCon, PSX,
Oh,
BlizzCon
okay.
stuff. So we just haven't had one for a
For a
while
long time.
since before the pandemic.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So
Good time
Been a
it's a
while.
good time for them to bring it back.
yeah. I also think they would like do those like around the world in like different cities
Oh,
each year,
Around
and
the
so
world.
Got it.
a little trickier to
Yeah, I see.
hop in. But if you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the patron version of this podcast. Start with the word correction so I can find it in search, and leave a timestamp so I know what the heck we were talking about. End corrections music.
If it's a bad one, leave it in the drafts.
Yeah. You're gonna get denied. Ask yourself, will it be denied?
Yeah, coming at me with Perfect Dark. Fable, come on, dude.
Vaporware.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into some headlines, we got a little family business here with Michael Damiani. It is almost your moving day.
That is
Why don't you
correct.
explain what's going on?
That's right. I am going to be moving back to Texas next week. But this has been something that has been in the works for a little while here. It's not like all of a sudden something happened. Multiple reasons. Mostly like I've just lived out here for a long time and have not been near my family for like almost since like 2005. That's when I first moved out to California.
Yeah.
And it's not this like it hasn't been easy to like go back and visit outside of like the major holidays. I've got nephews down there now that like it's hard to when you say like, oh, it's their birthday, you're missing their birthday and stuff, and it's like they're little kids. So it's
Right.
like it's like I think it was the last time they came out to visit me, and I was like saying my byes, and like one of them broke down in tears, and I was like, all right. I was like, I couldn't handle that. I was like, all right, that's rough. Okay, so it's like you see a little kid who looks up to you, and it's like it's like just felt like it was maybe like time to do that. So
Nothing more important than family, Damiani.
yeah, so like like all my family is like back there and stuff. So it's just, also like not too much more information, but like I've always had the luxury of being able to live with multiple roommates. As we've gotten older, both of them are moving on to other things. So like I no longer like have that option. So it was like, yeah, maybe it's time for me to like, make those considerations as well. So, but I'm not like leaving or anything in terms of like that. It's just I am relocating to a different place.
Yeah. So you'll be here remotely. Isla's already trying to find fun ways of including Damiani.
Yeah, I've had to like listen to all these pitches for how I'm gonna be
Robo Damiani.
Robo
Damiani.
Isla's Robo
It's
Damiani
happening.
ideas.
I will build Robo Damiani, and it will be marvelous.
Did you see the things they had at Summer Game Fest? Not this year, but last year.
The like teleconferencing segways with an
Yeah,
iPad
they had
taped
segways
on?
with like
Yeah.
little iPads on them, and
That
people
was-
streaming from their bedrooms, wandering around the freaking show floor.
That was
So
Gabby's
crazy.
pitch, but I think it would be cost prohibitive
You need, you
and
should-
too small for our needs.
You can make it a goal to get one of those like at the revolving sushi bars. They have like the robot servers now. So if you get like find out where they buy those, and you can program me, and then like I could still like bring stuff to you in the studio and everything like that. You gotta find a way for me to.
Gabby, you never sent me the picture of when one of those robot delivery things like went into a crime scene.
Wait,
That's
what?
actually not a bad use
Yeah.
for one.
Wait,
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you told me
Oh,
this.
she does.
Yeah, in real life. One of the delivery.
You told me that. Yes.
what? Hubert?
Classic.
All right. Oh, well, I'll find you the picture then.
She just Uno reversed you so hard.
Oh
That
man.
is amazing. Damiani, obviously you're gonna have downtime. You're moving and stuff. How long do you think it'll be before you're set back up to be doing stuff?
Bloodware is like, yo,
Yeah, like-
let's
No,
get
you
back
just
to
don't know
work,
what to
bro.
expect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I got how I'm moving and stuff. I have to use one of those U-Haul box things because like regular movers are so expensive
insane.
right now.
It's insane. It's insane.
I was
It's
like,
insane.
first I don't know if I can move because this is so cost prohibitive. I was like,
Insane.
holy crap. And then I had a few friends suggest like U-Haul boxes. So like they swore by them. They're much cheaper. So hopefully it works out. But you gotta wait like 9-10 days for your thing to arrive after they pick it up. So it's not like a moving van that follows you over there and like
Yeah.
maybe a day later they'll be there. It's like I got to go like a week without a lot of my stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I'm hoping to have like the computer and stuff up, assuming like the internet is all good there, everything's
Right.
ready to go. But yeah, it'll take a little bit of like time. Like also like I think that first week I want to like see family and stuff.
Yeah.
So like
yeah, totally.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Settle in.
But like it shouldn't take like too long to get like back. It's not like I'd be like, oh, see Damiani in a month or something. It's like no, shouldn't be that.
And then you are talking about, there are going to be times when you fly back here, similar to like when Kyle comes back.
Yeah, I want to make that happen. So like for the big events, definitely come back out for those, do that stuff as well. So just we'll get a lot of the stuff going. I'm like the ideas we have for Robo Damiani. I proposed like green screening myself from like waist up, sitting at to put me here. So like I'll just be green screened in my spot. So like
Love
when we shoot
that.
the podcast, like I'm just remote, but like you get an edit, you just put me here so it looks like I'm actually here.
Sick.
Yo,
I'm obsessed with
we
that.
The best thing is
actually
when the
could
half
do
cat
that.
comes through the camera.
Yeah. But if we
obsessed
put
with
a
that.
little green screen there, we could actually do that.
Yeah.
Huh. Robamiani may have just been murdered before your very eyes.
I killed Robo.
Isla's creative juices are flowing.
Yep.
All right. So to celebrate this fun occasion, I've got a little bit of Damiani trivia that I tossed
Blood
together
made
at the
some
last
trivia.
minute.
Okay.
So see what you guys can answer. See what you
Do
remember.
I answer these or is this for everyone else?
Some of these it will be just for them, but I
Okay.
think when we get in a couple more that like you might not remember. So feel
Sure.
free to guess if you don't remember.
All right.
First of all, can you guys remember what game Damiani demoed at E3?
Phantom Hourglass.
Fuck.
Watch that shit live.
Sick.
What year did Damiani start at Game Trailers?
Oh, that was before me.
2010.
2013.
No, it must have been 13?
No, yeah, 2013.
12 maybe? 11. 10.
so
14.
far off.
17. 9.
Wait.
17. We were here.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
You're picking here.
Chose an 8.
The other.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Whoa, there we
Just
go.
Sick.
I feel like you were that was a very impressed whoa for it being our 15th guess.
Does anyone remember which game was the test for Damiani's job interview at Game?
Oh God,
Oh,
he told me
yeah.
this once.
I now remember it.
It was a bad game. He had
it
to
was a
write.
bad-
I don't know if I remember the full title, but I
Review
know
Gargoyles.
I know the property it was from.
Funny.
Yeah,
I'll let them guess first.
I'm the same way. I think it might have just been Property. I don't know if they had a subtitle.
Property,
Maybe.
dude?
It's like I'll give you a hint. It's like
Was it like
more of like children's
Zack
or
and
young
Wiki or something? Like-
adult or something.
Children's
Like in that
I'll
vein.
give another step further. It was a licensed game.
Yeah.
G-Force.
No, I reviewed that though.
Paw
That
Patrol.
game was good.
No.
Dude, I remember that. It's yeah.
I think
it's
this
like
might have been
kids-
before Paw Patrol existed.
Ah,
I don't know. I give up.
damn.
I,
Yeah, what is
I
it?
don't know.
I can't even get
Was it Spiderwick Chronicles?
Yeah.
I would
Spiderwick
I would have never
Chronicles.
guessed that.
That's marvelous.
Yeah, Damiani and Brooks Huber. Mine was a Def Jam icon. or
Did I tell
something
you
like that.
I was at the bar down the street from my house in the middle of the day?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
told us
This story.
And
Yeah.
fucking Brooks is like, yo, Hubert. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sick. I forget what movie, because we were seeing movies, but like at separate times. I forget what movie it was, though.
Right.
Damn it.
Okay.
Chat wants us to make a VTuber of Damiani.
Oh no.
That could be kind of fun.
Okay, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Currently published, what are Damiani's highest review scores?
Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey.
Last Shadow of the Colossus.
There you
Shadow
go.
of the Colossus,
Mario Odyssey
yeah.
and Shadow of the Colossus both got 5 stars.
Oh, okay. Oh, you gave 4.5
Wow.
to Breath of the Wild, right? Yeah.
Yep. What are his 3 with his lowest score?
3 lowest for Damiani.
Spiderwick Chronicles.
No. Everything we reviewed.
Is this from?
didn't
You're talking about from Easy Allies?
From Easy Allies only.
Oh,
I didn't
okay. I
dig
was
through
gonna
game
say.
trailer stuff. No, no.
review that
I don't even know if there's a way to do that. So many of them were uncredited.
Yeah, well, I know 2 of the lowest ones from game trailers, but
Star Fox 2.
That's one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he reviewed that. I
Yes.
forgot. Yeah,
2.5
that's
stars.
Yes.
good. That's good.
So the other 2 are the same score.
Okay.
Well, what's like a really bad Nintendo game?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I give up. I give
Yeah,
up.
I give up. I don't know, dude.
Damiani, do you remember what they are?
nope. And it's funny because we already had a game where we talked about reviews for someone, and they were listed, and now we can't remember.
One of them was Fire Emblem Heroes
Oh, chat, guess that.
with $0 spent on microtransactions as the first thing in the review.
Too, I forgot.
And Star Ocean Integrity and
Of
Faithlessness.
course, there you go.
Oh.
Ugh,
Yeah.
ugh, game. Yuck.
Oh. I forgot about that.
Yo, the new one looks sick.
Do you remember what Damiani's first Easy Allies review was?
First one.
Shadow of the Colossus.
That's a good one.
Nope.
The Last Guardian. Was
Nope.
it you? I didn't just. I don't know. Taking swings here, man. I'm taking hacks.
Well, it would be 2016,
Yeah, I'm trying to
probably
think.
March or a little after March.
Tomb Raider.
No.
One of the Tomb Raiders.
You need a hint?
Yeah, give us
Go
a
ahead.
hint.
Miyamoto.
Pikmin.
No, it's Star Fox Zero.
Zero.
Wii U was still alive when we were
Yeah,
around?
April 21st,
Oh my
2016.
I just remember the game trailer stream where we did the like memorial for Wii U. I thought that was it, dude. I forgot.
Dude, I forgot Star Fox Zero was a game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm
That's
serious.
so
Ouch.
funny.
All right, Damiani's longest review.
Longest review, dude. What would your longest review?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Starfield?
It is Starfield, 2,240 words.
Dude, 2,000?
Shit, that's like 3 of my reviews. Holy shit.
Yeah, I usually do like
How many minutes was that?
1,200.
God.
I don't remember. Oh, it's in there. The
Good
thing though.
lord.
What about his shortest?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Short.
It's got to come up one of these
Shadow of the
times.
Colossus.
It's got to come up.
It came up. We did.
Is it the
14
Fire
minutes.
Emblem game, Heroes?
It wasn't. He did actually have quite a few shorties. I was surprised.
Oh, okay.
Star Fox 2.
No,
Damn.
it is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for Switch. 555 words.
Quick hitter.
You don't gotta say it. It's all praise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all praise.
It holds up. That's good. It's good.
I think the one on the longest one of the closest ones was Smash Brothers Ultimate, and Final Fantasy 16 were also was really
Long.
close. And then on the shortest, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was
Oh,
similarly.
okay.
It was like 630.
Wow.
It'd be different if it was now though, with all this stuff
Yeah, all
they've
stuff
added.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one might be a little easier. We'll see. Damiani's most popular review, most views.
Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah,
No.
Tales of
Yes.
Vesperia Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Which is our most popular review of all.
So random.
Really?
382,000 views.
Tales of
insane.
Vesperia, baby. Hell yeah.
Area.
Yuri Lowell.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like one of these weird anomalies where like most reviews they just like spike in the first day and then they drop off entirely within a week. This thing just keeps on trucking.
Just keeps going.
Just keep a little bit after a little bit after a little
People are
bit,
curious, man.
and then eventually just like outpaced every other review.
Damn, dude, it's so cool. Tales
So wild.
Vesperia, like the remaster, dude.
Yeah,
It's
not
so
even the original
funny,
game,
yeah.
the remaster.
I remember when I used to actually watch reviews, I would only watch the ones that I was like not as invested in, but I was still really curious, you know?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't watch a review for like a God of War or something because
Right.
like, oh, I'm just going
Right.
to play that.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think
like-
that's the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like fits in that weird little
love
groove.
that.
Like I heard the Tales games are good. Which one's best?
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Screaming
Perfect.
Argonaut in chat has gifted us with another trivia question.
Yes, thank you.
How many Final Fantasy 14 streams has Damiani done under
Oh.
Easy Allies so far?
Whoa.
I'm going to say 84.
That's funny. I was gonna say 82.
91.
Closer.
Closer.
112.
103.
Wow.
The century mark.
You're syndicated. You can be syndicated.
Oh, that's right.
More to come.
Yeah, more to come.
Wild.
Yeah, more to come.
Especially now that you're moving, dude. I'm
Yeah.
going to hop into 14.
Yeah, I'll hop in.
I'm
Look at
hopping
that.
in, bro.
Stream all the
100%.
time.
I'm
Said.
hopping in.
100%.
And it'll be a couple hours earlier, so we can stream earlier.
Oh, I thought there was something. No, it was 11 that was added. I keep thinking something was added for Hubert. I'm like, no.
No, it's all me. It doesn't
Yo.
matter.
We gotta wait.
Clive, though.
Clive.
Yeah,
Hubert.
Clive.
Clive.
There we go.
Clive's for all of us.
Yes.
You'll come over when they
Thanks,
do the
man.
WoW collaboration with 14.
That'd be wild.
That would be. Yeah, let's get to some headlines. This first one, I don't know how much we want to say about it. I'll see what you guys think. It's come out that the new, we just got the announcement of the new PlayStation 5 Slims with the little detachable disc
Yeah.
drive. So if you get the digital version, you can buy the disc drive later and stick it on there.
$50
Now
price.
it turns out, this is the weirdest thing. Somebody leaked images from a Call of Duty bundle. And in small text on the box, it says, internet connection required to pair disk drive and PS5 console upon startup.
So it's a one-time thing?
Yeah, it's a one-time thing. But apparently, that must be on the disc version
Yes.
of the PS5.
Yeah.
So it's like every PS5 has to connect to the internet for your disk drive to work.
Yeah,
That's
which
annoying.
is strange, yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully it's not all the time at least, but it is. I wonder if it's like an anti-piracy something have to do with that too.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
really
sure.
know what the
I don't know.
purpose is.
Yeah.
To like,
It's just like a physical thing.
yeah.
I hope it's just the first time you boot it up because you.
No,
shut off your
it sounds like it
PlayStation,
is.
start
Yeah,
up,
it sounds
yeah,
like it is.
Better not be every time you have to turn
Yeah.
on your
No,
PS5.
yeah.
That'd be
That'd be
annoying.
insane. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not exactly sure the technical reason why. I wonder. To me, it's like not a big deal because my things. For me, it's always plugged in anyways. But there could be situations, I guess, where it could be frustrating for people.
Right. Yeah. Well, it could be. Well, for one, like preservationists, they worry
Yeah,
about.
of course.
In
Yeah.
the future, like if you get one and you want put a PS5 together or whatever. That,
Yeah, that's true.
If that server's not up, it can't do a check-in, right?
This isn't
that's
some like
true.
weird thing to prevent them from like you reselling your disc drive or something like.
But
if
that's
you-
the thing, though. Doesn't that prevent it? Like, if it's paired to your PS5,
Yeah,
like,
does that
what
mean? Yeah, that's my
Can you,
question. Does it
not
mean
put
like
it
you
on another
can't like
PS5?
trade it in or sell it? And
I guess not.
they're just trying to like make sure they make more money off that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe not. Maybe you just put it on a
Maybe it
PS5
gets
and it has to
deactivated.
pair on the new one.
Yeah, maybe you could just it could be that.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just deactivate it and be like, yeah, I'm selling it. Let me just deactivate it so it's like free to be paired with.
Yeah,
yours.
maybe.
Yeah, that'd be kind of. I don't think it's that. That'd be weird.
I just know a lot of physical games too. You pop it in and you still have to download it.
Yeah, a lot
Right.
of them now.
Does that have anything to do with this? Or-
I mean, that's just the space on the disc itself, actually, usually.
Like, I mean,
That's why, like, Final Fantasy is going to be 2 discs, so you can actually
Yeah.
play it without having to do,
Yeah.
like, install thing like that. Because,
You
like,
have to
Jedi...
install it from
Well, you have
the
to
disc,
install it, but I'm
yeah.
saying you don't have to download stuff to play the game.
Right.
Like,
Got
with
it.
Jedi Survivor, you had to,
Yeah.
even if you had the disc.
Yeah.
so something just
Crazy.
for like making it like run smoothly or something. It's just something with like the system architecture and the OS that like once it does that, I don't know, like it's some weird check
know.
it needs to do. Because
I
like
don't know.
even like for piracy, like if you just like put on your own like drive that read like burnt disk or something like that, it's
Right.
like, what's stopping you from like plugging in like a drive, like a external drive and stuff already through the, like, the USB slots? Like, and there's already stuff in place. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it stops that. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't. Yeah.
We have a comment that I think is funny from
Yeah.
Dago Kiraz in chat that says, "Thankfully, Sony has a product for its offline customers. It's called the Xbox 360." Good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like what's weird to people because like that's the whole point of a physical drive is to attempt to preserve physical media so that you don't need an internet connection to download things.
Totally.
And now you need an internet connection
Yeah,
to use
that's
the drive.
true. But I wonder about going forward if the
Yeah.
systems will just be backwards compatible
That.
anyways.
What if it's that? What if they building this portable drive in mind that can maybe be attached to future systems or something?
Maybe. Or
Maybe,
I
but
think-
it's just like it has to fit such a weird form factor,
Yeah.
anyways.
I just think the systems going forward will be backwards compatible. Like everything from PS4 onwards will be backwards compatible in every system, I feel like.
yeah,
But
hope so.
yeah, I mean, I hope so. That's the way it seems like it's going right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Totally.
Curious to see what people check.
Yeah, definitely. When they're out in the wild and see all that stuff.
All right. Moving on to Xbox. They did a new thing this week. They did an Xbox partner preview. Different from like their inside Xbox things that they did in the past or whatever. This is a totally different format. And it doesn't have any kind of hosts. It didn't have any kind of VO in between things.
Oh, weird.
It was basically just trailers, and then they had like little interstitial things. And this is actually kind of interesting, is they had like a QR code on the screen that you could scan to go to like an Xbox Wire article with more information. And
okay.
like more details on the
Press
game.
release.
Or no, they weren't press releases. They weren't that bad. Or like interviews with the developers and stuff. So you
Oh,
could get that
yeah.
stuff that way rather than it bogging down the
Nice.
presentation.
That's amazing.
So
Very smart.
yeah, and then so we're not going to go through everything, but I picked some things here that you guys might like. First of all, I don't know if you guys saw this. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth,
Animal Crossing.
Don Doko Island.
Oh, I heard some buzz about this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's essentially an Animal Crossing game inside of the new Like a Dragon. And they said sometimes even the Yakuza need a breather. And then Kasuga just like gets on a dolphin and rides off into the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. They're because there's like all the mini games in Yakuza, but they also have like the main mini game in each game. So like
Right.
the Hostess Club, or the real estate, or the baseball one is my
Yeah.
favorite.
They did something like not this fully featured, but they did something like this before, right? In like 6 or something. Didn't you go somewhere else in one of them?
I mean, there was another town you went to, but
Right.
it wasn't tied to like a specific.
It wasn't tied to like a mini game thing.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay. Because so
Is this a existing property or is this a newly invented thing, Don Doko?
it's a new thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like you do all the stuff of like mining and catching bugs and fishing, and then you do like you can buy stuff, you can craft furniture.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah, insane.
like all the crazy like sim stuff, building your house, decorating with things, and you like can customize this whole island with different buildings and statues and stuff. It's just like the whole 9 yards.
Jeez.
It is wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
And on top of that, it's full of NPCs. So you have like all this stuff where you like make friends with people and you give them gifts.
That stuff is always so well done.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like recruiting everyone and
Yeah, it
stuff.
is.
Like
Oh my God,
it's
yeah.
Oh, it's like Dark Cloud.
Now,
looking
can
there.
I come visit your island?
That I don't
probably
know.
not.
I don't
Okay.
think
Probably
so.
not.
They usually don't have multiplayer stuff, right? But there's a thing too in there we'll probably get to in a second where like there's a mini game where like Kasuga's playing guitar around like a beach bonfire. And then in addition to the residents, you also like have this stuff with like keeping tourists and stuff happy. It's got all of that wacky stuff that that we get in all
Very
these
nice.
side games.
Yeah, sweet.
And there's uninvited guests, Huber.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
some
Dudes
battles.
come in.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta fight them.
Hell yeah.
You get boars that you have to fight.
That's so
and
good.
Clear out to protect your little town.
Yeah. Oh, it's the classic Yakuza story of like the real estate people coming in and wanting to fucking yeah, and you gotta yep.
Yeah,
Classic.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
so cool. And that's coming out January 26th.
Yep.
So wild.
Infinite Wealth.
And the one before that comes out in November, right?
Yeah, that's just a couple
Man,
weeks
no
away.
way.
2 full Yakuza games in 3 months, right? Crank
Man,
them
that is
out.
pretty comprehensive. That's sick.
Space them out, dude.
Yeah. Give me a break.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, so a couple other things we won't get into too much. They showed off a new game called Ikaro Will Not Die, which actually is like coming from like the Power Wash guys or whatever. There's Still Wakes the Deep from the Chinese Room and Sumo Digital, which is like taking place on like oil rig with some crazy stuff going on, ocean stuff. But next up, RoboCop Rogue City.
Oh, man.
Got another trailer.
It's getting hype. It's getting that
There
hype.
will be trouble, Huber.
Hell yeah.
You ready for some trouble?
I'm 100%.
Yeah, this is such a Huber game. It's ridiculous. Good
I'm
Lord.
very excited about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it looks, the buzz too. The people were playing the demo and stuff, and just everyone was like, wow, this is really, really good. And then, I always bring up the Terminator game they did, and that over the course of a year, they made that even better, like, the enhanced edition and everything. So I feel like this is coming at a good time with what they've been, doing over there with both games. Like, they have momentum on their side, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, and I think this game so far has looked really good.
Yeah.
Just in these previews and trailers. And so hopefully, it'll play out. But yeah, they kind of introduced this whole like street gang that you're fighting against and then like just showed like all kinds of weapons.
Yeah.
One thing after another. And then
Insane.
the closer, Huber, they bring out the ED-209.
Hell yeah.
That big old chunky robot.
Yep, got to.
There it
The
is, yeah.
iconic.
Oh, it's so iconic. It's so iconic.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
you get to fight a couple of these guys, I'm sure.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This would be so
Yeah,
fun.
looks fun.
Yeah, and this is right around the corner. This is November 2nd.
Wow. Dude. RoboCop coming for Goaty.
Yeah.
Was I just read like, oh, it's all the contenders done this year.
Yeah, Alex Murphy
walks in.
edition. Good Lord.
He woke up says no.
All right, next up, go ahead and start rolling this one. Spirit of the North 2.
one?
That's the thing. I'm not really familiar with the first game. It came out in 2019, and it's like got kind of some Nordic stuff going on. Play is at least I don't know that I don't really know the first one, so I don't know the premise. But at least in the premise of this one, you play as a new fox. So I'm guessing you played as an old fox in the previous game, alongside a raven.
Cool.
And you're just like exploring this kind of like natural kind of Viking-inspired world.
That's a cool pairing, a fox and a raven.
Yeah. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
So far from what they've got in this teaser. And then they say that there it is. There's the sign out. There's the sign out. Look at the pretty images on the screen, everybody.
Very nice.
Yo. What's
Yeah.
twist at the end there?
Yeah, what?
A person showing up with a sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever happened to the first one?
Yeah, so you're
How did I
trying
miss
to
that?
save the lost guardians of the Northern Lights. They say there's a open world to wander about. It is third person. You find runes to enhance different abilities. And then it says you can actually customize your fox. Like you can change the appearance and skills
yes.
Oh, okay.
to have different playstyles and stuff.
Gray
Not sure how in depth that is. Yeah,
Gray
fox.
Fox. Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
And then it sounds like they have puzzle based boss fights and stuff like that.
Nice.
So,
Cool. Good stuff.
and this is coming from Infuse Studio and published by Merge Games. Coming on PC, PS5, and Series X and S. I didn't see a date on it. This is just first reveal teaser. So
Okay.
yeah.
Neat.
Neato.
Huber.
Go.
I mean, everybody's into this, but Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Hell yeah.
Snake Eater with a first in-engine look running on Unreal Engine 5. You pointed this out to begin with. What do you think, Huber? How are you feeling about this little teaser here?
Good. I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous.
Yeah, that's
it's
fair,
Konami. It's not Kojima. There's always going to be a little bit of, keeping it at arm's reach.
Some issues, let's say,
Yeah,
with that collection.
Yeah. So
That's a much simpler thing to do than this.
I don't think I've ever been more cautiously optimistic about something because I'm protecting myself.
Yeah.
This is one of the best games ever made. Full stop. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, truly one of the all-time best games ever made. So, anything less than that is a disappointment. Anything that, is out of whack or doesn't, isn't just translated as well to nowadays. Just if there's any issues, they're gonna stick out even more than any other game because this game is so revered.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that they're showing off looks pretty nice. Like the mud deformation they had early on. I really do like the shots when he's sneaking up on soldiers and grabbing them and stuff.
Yeah.
There's one shot in there with dust blowing over a canyon wall or whatever. That it looks a little framey.
Yeah, it still looks
yeah.
framey.
Yeah, there's
for sure.
definitely some of that going on.
Are they
Yeah.
keeping all the original audio? Did they already say that?
That's what they said.
The VO
yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah, which
Okay.
I feel like, so I'll say this. That seems
So it sounds like it'll be 1-to-1.
they'll
mostly.
need to do some cleanup possibly on that. I don't know how well it still sounds.
Right.
It's been maybe a few years, but MGS1, the audio in the collection version, you can definitely tell it's old.
Yeah.
If they're going for a new feel with this game, I think it's gonna be a little weird if the audio sounds like quality is not up to par. So I wonder if they're gonna run into issues with that.
Yeah.
Also, the funny things, some words weren't changed because obviously the controllers weren't the same back then.
Oh,
so
right.
It says press the select button for the codec, and there is no select button. And but in the text,
that's a vi-
but in the
that's a
text
VO
it says
dialogue,
hit
yeah.
the touchpad.
Yeah.
So the text and the audio don't match at some points for those instructions, but you'll figure it out. I think the thing is they're showing very slow, methodical parts. They do show one grab and strangle part, which is engage, but they don't show a single shot fired. They don't show any of the gunfights, and they're not showing anything too elaborate yet, which
Yeah.
makes me also very cautious and worried that when things get intense, this thing's just not going to run well or not going to look as good. And obviously, so far with the sneaking, it still feels within the same vibes. It's kind of don't want to give it too much praise, but it's what RE4 remake was giving off to RE4. It's it feels familiar. It looks it's still within.
does look familiar, which
it
is
feels
nice.
This is within my expectations.
For sure.
But there's a lot more, and there's a lot more to these games than just
Yeah.
this the basic sneaking here. And I need to see those parts. I need to see them, and I'm not going to be. I'm going to be
nervous.
anxious until those are shown
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
And, are they gonna?
It was weird too, because the way that the trailer at the end says Unreal Engine 5 really big, it almost felt like they were showing more. The point of this felt like it was an engine demo. Here's our world, here's our animals, here's the mud deformation. I thought the water didn't look great, so it's kind of funny that if that was kind of the intention to just show the world and stuff running an engine. I know a lot of comments were even nature looked uncanny valley to some people in it, which is kind of funny. I don't know. There's just something that seemed a little kind of off, but I don't know. Like you said, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
And I know we're never gonna get like the trailers are just never gonna live up because they're not Kojima trailers.
Oh, the best trailers
We're not
ever.
gonna, like these trailers are just gonna be
Ever.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that's it too. Is it's just such a soulless
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The and the other thing too is being on Unreal 5. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like they had a Fox engine.
They
They
did.
had their own thing. Like that was they built their stuff to be exactly what they needed. But yeah, we'll see.
Optimistic, but cautious and
Cautiously
nervous.
optimistic,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
All right, I'll run this. I'm curious what you might think of this. This is Manor Lords.
Oh.
And this is it's like town building, but also like war strategy. There's a lot going on in this game, and yeah. So like what's funny is they start off with like the battles. They start off with you seeing a bunch of soldiers, and then they get into like building up a town from scratch, and like, all right, well this these houses make eggs, and this does this, and this does that. But yeah, it's very much like medieval setting, building a village, and then over time like outfitting with soldiers and stuff to either defend it or to go and take over other villages.
Yeah, it looks early.
Looks early. I thought it looked pretty
history.
good, like in terms of like when you get up close.
Well, I mean, that's what's interesting to me about it is that it has kind of that. It seems like you can go in close like Valheim style, or you can go up like RTS style, like Banished or whatever. They get pretty finicky with soldier stats and everything too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be cool.
The UI looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, I like the ability to get in that close and have like battles and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's cool.
Mm-hmm. And this is coming out in early access, which Xbox calls Game Preview, on April 26th.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be the PC version. And then they say it's coming to consoles later, but they haven't, put anything on that. They'll probably just keep it on early access for a while and see how it goes and build it out.
Yeah, I think the combat is what I was thinking looked kind of early.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of.
It's always hard with strategy games
I was
like
gonna
that, though,
say,
too, when you have these masses of
Yeah,
individuals coming
Well,
together.
It looks more like Total War style than, Warcraft or something, where it's like groups of units.
Yeah.
Looks cool though.
All right, roll this. This is getting a little buzz, but I'm so split on what to think of this. Like in some ways, this is not my deal whatsoever. In other ways, it's like, the movement looks kind of cool. This is the finals. This is a team-based multiplayer shooter from Embark Studios and Nexon, and it's just leaning way into the whole like everything here is a game. It's actually like a game show.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like the vibe so far.
Yeah,
I'm into this.
it's got a.
Whoa, dude!
They've got
cool.
whole like sportscasters and stuff
Dude.
going on. You've got an arena around the whole thing.
Yo, this looks pretty sick.
Yeah, the movement looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the movie
Yeah.
does.
I really like this environment a lot. Like in a city in the arena, that's fucking sick.
Damiani, what this kind of reminds me of a little bit.
Brink.
No, well,
Brink.
maybe, but
Wow,
that one zone in like Titanfall 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh
too.
yeah. Yep.
Dude, good destruction. This looks sick. What the hell?
Yeah, they say the environments are fully destructible here. There's one shot in here a little bit later that's kind of funny though, where it's like the other team is just like standing above them, and then they plant a bomb, and I'm like, this is never gonna happen. There's never gonna be people just standing right there.
Yeah,
waiting for
just
you to
idle.
bomb the whole
Yeah.
underneath the.
I know. Everyone's going to be sitting around.
Draw aggro and kite them over.
Yeah.
All right, walk into my trap.
And yeah, there's a fun animation like when you kill an opponent, that like it's just an avatar that like bursts into a pile of gold coins.
Yeah.
A good little grapple swing in there. But the sportscasters, there's so many things that I'm split on because like the sportscasters at one point they say it's like, no doubt it, Scotty, we've got strategies in play.
I was going to say, Blood, I bet I'm enjoying this more without sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For
New
sure.
option, please.
The open beta started today,
Oh,
so you can pop into that thing right now and find out what you think of it.
cool.
On PC only or everything?
I don't know off the top of my head,
Dude.
but yeah, it's out there.
Okay. What's the buzz right now? What are people saying?
Chat. What are you saying? Anyone
What are
played
people saying?
They talked about 3 arenas: Skyway Stadium, Monaco, and Seoul.
Great.
Is
it 3v3? Is what I'm saying?
think
It
so.
feels like it's
Okay.
3 people on a team.
Yeah.
I don't know how many teams there are.
Yeah.
It feels
That's
like
the
there could be
question.
a lot of teams.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And is it battle royale or
We don't know.
deathmatch?
We don't
There's a lot of different modes here.
Okay,
so
okay.
there's a banquet mode where 4 teams of 3
Sick.
battle out for coins in this casual friendly combat focused mode.
Sweet.
The team that reaches the max limit first, or the team with the most cash banked at the end, wins. Then there's an unranked tournament mode, cash out, where 4 teams of 3 complete defined cash boxes and deposit them in vaults.
Speaking my language.
3 rounds, 24 players total. Then there's the ranked tournament mode, and then there's quick cash. A casual friendly variant of cash out in a 3v3v3, so 3 teams of 3.
Got it.
This mode has longer matches, faster respawn timers, faster extraction times, and only 1 vault at a time. And then there's a practice range. And then the open beta is also going to have 20 weapons, 26 gadgets, and 9 abilities to pick from. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Seems promising.
Seems cool, dude. Seems cool. I like the look. Again, no audio.
Oh, it says PC and
could be
console
helping.
on the end
Yeah.
screen. So
Nice.
for the beta.
Cool.
So yeah, hop in on that.
Definitely. It's definitely a challenge for me to commit to an online game that doesn't have a solo option.
Sure.
Because this is a game, with teams of 3, like I need Brad and Grumbum every single time I play this thing, and that is tough. That is challenging. So,
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, you can queue with randoms, but it's
always.
tougher for sure.
There was an Ark trailer in there. That game's having some issues since it launched. I've seen a lot of complaints going around about that. Ark Survival Ascended. The trailer is really just like showing off how it looked anyways.
Yeah.
And then there is an Alan Wake 2 trailer that I just straight up skipped because I'm about to start that
Yeah,
game.
skip
Yeah.
that, dude.
Skip.
Launch trailers, stay
yeah.
away. I haven't watched it. I don't know, but I will never watch a launch trailer.
But we will get you
Ever.
some non-spoilery Alan Wake 2 things in a second. But first, if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell on YouTube. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. Okay, Huber. You were saying favorite game of the year over here, Alan Wake 2?
It's my personal favorite.
Personal favorite.
Personal
Okay.
favorite, 100%.
Got it.
That doesn't mean it's a 10
Okay.
or something. I'm just
Yeah, 'cause
saying.
you've already given one of those.
Yeah.
You already spent one of those.
I did.
You spent.
Yeah. Spent my 10. This is my favorite game of the year for sure. Survival horror is my favorite genre. Remedy is one of my favorite studios ever. Fucking Alan Wake, just 13 years later, like I still think about Alan Wake, and I know they have control and everything, so it's definitely been brought back into the conversation. But just
Yeah.
Alan Wake has always been one of just my absolute favorite games, and a lot of that is just the mood and the vibe and the world that Remedy creates. They feel so lived in and so real, like so immersive. That is the thing with Alan Wake 2, is just how much you are a part of this story. Just going through, I'm trying to dance around everything. It's hard. It's hard to talk about.
Even with our review
sure.
guidelines, it's like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, don't show the intro.
Yeah, just don't show a
this
lot.
chapter after that's okay. It's really very nuanced of what
Yeah.
they want people to be able to know before.
Let me ask you this though. So
Yes.
this time they emphasize it's survival horror.
Yes, Brad.
What does that entail compared to the original?
Yes. So the original is way more linear.
Yes.
unlimited ammo everywhere. You know, you come up to an encounter. Here's your box of unlimited ammo to fill up.
Here's
like
your batteries.
Here's your batteries. You know, you're never gonna be out of stuff. This I'm playing on hard, and I think I'm pretty damn good at survival horror games. So like I'm playing on hard, but I still have like a lot of resources, like health resources and stuff. But I still am always thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
still having, you know, still using a healing item is like, even though I have a lot, I'm just like, you know, and like every shot counts, you know, you don't have a lot of shotgun shells and that thing is, you know, very useful. So you still feel that nervous edge of like whenever you miss a shot or like, do I run here? Do I fight? So there's still that survival horror element. And the main thing is, Brad, is like the exploration.
Yeah.
That survival horror pace of like, hey, go do the thing. And it's like, all right, maybe, but I'm going to go like see what's over here and like check this area
Is it kind
out.
of like the Evil Within 2 almost?
Yes, dude, strong Evil Within 2 vibes, big time. I've thought
Pushing
about
the
it.
button.
Yeah.
Just pushing the button.
So it's like
Here's
you're
the
in
Huber
this,
button.
like
Yeah.
example, like you're in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can just go through all the
Yeah,
houses. And
you're
stuff.
in. Yeah, you're in an area. On the bummer side, there are some like technical issues. I'm playing on PS5, and like
You're also playing pre-release. Pre-day one patch.
pre-day,
probably.
yeah, and you know, there are some issues, just like visual inconsistencies, and like this game is gorgeous. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
but like you know, weird shit is like shining when it's like shouldn't be, and just like weird. You know, I'll turn here and
I
it'll
remember
look.
Control had some of that stuff.
Control
too.
had
It
that
took them a little
too.
time to polish it.
Yeah. There were times when just I was supposed to talk to someone and the option would appear and disappear, and I'd just be fully, I need to talk to this person to progress. Would have to reload.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know,
Yeah.
couple little rough things, but it is not taking away from my enjoyment whatsoever. But they are there a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's probably stuff like that is why we end up getting it so late,
yeah,
too.
it
We
feels
just
like
got
they're
this on,
just like
Sunday.
Yeah, they're just like, yo, polish, we're so close. Like, yeah, it's like just a little bit, and I assume all that stuff's gonna be taken care of, you know, quicker rather than later, especially with just, you know, Jedi Survivor took like 6 months for that
Right.
thing to finally be good, and I don't think Alan Wake 2 is, you know, it's not bad at all. It's just like, oh, okay, a little issues here, a little issue there, no big drama, quick reload.
Have you actually finished the story yet?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, last
Nice,
night.
nice.
Yes.
So how, one, like, how does, without like getting into the story details or anything, how does his side of things compare to hers?
Hers just a little more exploration,
Okay.
you know? His just a little more.
That's interesting because I thought he would have
Yeah.
been more on the exploration side than
Yeah.
she would.
I mean, they're similar. It's mainly just like the vibes and the aesthetic, you know? And I just want to really drive home like how, like the fucking presentation of this game is insane. Like it is so classy, so unique, just crisp. Like you really feel like the way your objectives are for both characters, you know, it really feels like you're playing like two kind of different things. So anytime you switch, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be Alan now. Like I'm gonna be doing this whole thing. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be Saga now, doing this whole thing. So
Yeah.
just yeah.
And they talked like at points for like you could almost like play as long as you want on one side or another. Is that That's what
you
it
can
is?
like swap.
Okay.
Yeah.
For people who haven't played the first game, are they going to be like completely lost, or do they do a decent job of catching you up or anything like that?
Fortnite is free and they got a whole recap.
They
Brad.
do. They sure do. But that's a separate app.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
You very easily could enjoy Alan Wake 2 with Never playing Alan Wake for sure.
But
You will get a lot more out of it. A lot more. I mean, it's a sequel. It's Alan Wake 2. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah. And of course, you know, no spoilers. We know, you know, Control is.
I just think a lot of people are
Factored
going
in
to hop
and-
into this game. who
Yeah.
haven't played the other ones.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Hop in. You can always go back, I say. But,
That's true. Yeah.
But, yeah. You'll enjoy it regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I can actually hop in
Yeah.
tonight. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. And the case board is really cool. I was a little critical on it about it at first because it is kind of just like you get the thing, put it where it goes. You get the thing, put it where it goes. You're not like, you're not Sherlock Holmesing anything like, let me investigate, let me get my case board. It's like, no, you have it, you just put it in, you go through the motions. But what it does is it really drives you into the narrative, dude. It really sucks you in because you're putting the things on the board, you're hearing the commentary, you're reading it, you actively do it. You're like, okay, next part of the case, like where we're at.
I mean, that's a fair point, though, because Control, as much as I love the lore, like, they kind of they went a little overboard
sure did.
on little side documents and stuff like that. How does that feel?
Yeah, they trimmed it down. They trimmed it down for sure. There's still a bit, but it's way less than Control for sure.
Okay.
And they're shorter for sure.
It sounds good.
Yeah. So, yes, enjoy everybody tonight.
Isla is
Hello.
a psychological horror fan and
Yes.
all of that Control fan as well. What do you got any questions?
Oh, I'm pumped. He's said too much already. Why are we doing this? I'm jazzed as hell. I downloaded it already. I finished the podcast.
All right. Some little news bits that came out just this past week about it, though. We've got 2 expansions that are coming next year.
Jeez, what?
Yep.
2.
And New Game Plus is coming sometime in the next few weeks. They just said after launch.
Always fun.
Great.
You're going to retain all unlocked weapons and upgrades. There will be a new Nightmare difficulty level.
Sick. Cool. Yeah, hard's pretty chill.
New alternative narrative,
I don't know what that means.
including
Whoa.
new manuscript
Maybe like
pages
common-
and new video content.
Huh. Maybe like commentary or something too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would love some commentary,
Yeah,
dude.
that would be cool.
Yeah. Like, give me making ofs, dude. Give me more of that.
Yeah.
Give me behind the scenes with Sam and the
No,
team.
that actually,
That would
especially
be
for
sick.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That would be great.
Well, especially because you could do you could get really weird in universe, like Alan Wake giving a commentary on the game itself, from
Yeah.
like a past tense narrative of from the future. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be really weird.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Oh.
Next up, I was putting stuff together for also this week, and there were so many sales headlines. I'm like, all right, we've got a mini sales update, I guess, this week. Super Mario Brothers Wonder is now the fastest selling Mario game on Switch in Japan, with over 638,000 in its first week. By comparison,
Wow.
Spider-Man 2 sold 77,000. And Super Mario Odyssey sold 462,000.
Just in Japan?
Yeah, just in Japan. Nintendo Europe also announced it's the fastest selling Mario game ever in its first 3 days on sale. But wait, on the Spider-Man side, Spider-Man 2 beat Mario for UK physical sales.
Oh.
And it broke sales records to become the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game in PlayStation history.
Wow.
Whoa.
Can't fuck with Spider-Man.
Sold
So popular.
through 2.5 million copies in the first 24 hours.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Wow. Everyone's
Wild.
doing good.
Yeah.
An update on Starfield. 11 million people have played Starfield, and it helped to set a record for the most Game Pass subscriptions added on a single day.
Yeah, of course. That's got to be the game.
Yeah, I bet.
Out of all of them, yeah. For sure.
Capcom put some first half results out there. Software sales up again for the 11th year in a row.
Wow.
Killing it. Yeah.
Unit sales for the first half of the year came to 22.6 million units, up from 21.3 million a year earlier. Street Fighter 6 has done 2.47 million.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 Remake sold an additional 1.66 million, bringing its total to 5.45.
Wow. Very nice. That's complete global saturation.
Yeah.
We're getting
Remember
there.
again that
We're on the way.
freaking
was it? It
PUBG
was
publisher
Complete local saturation.
Crafton wanted like that for Callisto Protocol or something,
Yes.
right? Didn't they want like 5 million?
Yeah.
They're nuts.
was an insanely expensive video
They were
game.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exo Primal sold under 940K.
Not surprising.
It's funny to put a number up and said under.
Yeah, under. I was like, what?
What does that mean?
It
What
sold
did you pick?
4
Someone was
copies.
upset.
Was it
That it wasn't Dino Crisis.
938,998? Like what?
Like Resident Evil sold under 6 million copies.
Right.
Under 50 million as well.
And Lords of the Fallen sales broke 1 million.
Yeah, saw that.
Hey, nice.
Pretty nice on that one.
I feel like 1 million sales is like gold gloves now in baseball, man. They just hand these things out. Like, all right, 1 million sales here, 1 million sales here, 1 million sales
Exoprime will
there.
take 1 million
Yeah.
sales.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's close. Even Exoprime was close to 1 million.
Under 1 million for sure.
Did you hear about Skull and Bones, Daniel Woodward?
Yes, it's back on the calendar. Q4, which is Q1,
Yeah.
for Ubisoft. So
But it got
piracy in the winter, I guess.
delayed again.
It'll get delayed again.
It'll get delayed again. Yeah. Also this week, Insomniac patched Spider-Man 2 today to fix a bizarre and unfortunate error that displayed the Cuban flag throughout the game instead of the Puerto Rican flag, which is Miles' heritage.
I think we call that a mistake, not an error, really.
A mistake and an error.
Their tweet was really good. Did
Same-
you
it's
see
not
the
a
tweet?
bug.
Yeah,
but
not a glitch, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read the tweet?
The
official?
I did read a tweet.
It's a good tweet.
I didn't write the tweet down, but I did read the tweet.
It was good.
Nice.
They're like, yo, we messed up here. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
we will do better.
What else are you supposed to say?
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of patches, a new patch for Lords of the Fallen, Brad,
Yeah, keep them coming.
reduces enemy density.
Yeah.
Stuff I complained about.
Easy mode.
Expands crossplay to work between all platforms.
Okay.
Revamps New Game Plus with all kinds of other stuff going on now.
Yeah.
And adds some Halloween decorations.
Oh. Sick. What? Okay.
There are corpses
Okay.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So what did they add?
Death is everywhere in this game.
There's like a hub town, right?
Yeah, there's like a hub.
I think there's like
thing.
pumpkins and stuff around
Okay.
there.
That's kind of
That's friendly.
Yeah.
Really? They just nerfed the enemy density after I complained about it? My review just came out.
It's a good thing we got that cut in time.
You're welcome.
Even
Did,
Liza P, dude. Easy mode.
Did they fix the screen tearing stuff?
I'm sure there's all
Weird
kinds of other
stuff.
stuff in that.
Yeah.
I
that
mainly
patch.
played on
It's screen
PC.
tearing.
Oh,
which
yeah.
It still had
PS5.
problems.
Playing it, that Pieta boss fight was
Yeah, that was
insane
rough.
on
I don't know what
PS5.
that stuttering was because it was not
it was
normal
weird,
frame
dude.
rate stuff.
It was weird.
Yeah. This is hilarious. I don't know what the heck is going on over at WB, but the Epic Store version of Batman Arkham Knight
Yeah, what the hell?
briefly added a suit based on last year's The Batman,
Like, did someone hack this?
simply called The Batman 2022. There was no announcement about this. There was no tweet. Somebody just was playing Batman and was like, whoa, they added a suit to this?
Yeah.
Took screenshots and everything. Then, a couple hours later, it's just gone.
Gone.
It's just
Erased.
gone.
Very weird, dude.
Wait a
Very
minute.
weird. Is it
know
real?
what's-
This
you know
is a
what's,
bit.
No, but wait. This is also weird because the same thing happened in that car game Don was playing where
Oh
they added
my
Batman 89's
God.
car.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it just disappeared. They didn't say anything about it, and then it just disappeared.
Viral marketing.
There's a
multiverses.
conspiracy
Yeah,
happening.
what is going on? Yeah.
This is some BB and Tina shit.
Dude. Batman's coming to Fortnite for like an hour.
This
Gone.
is weird.
He's in Fortnite, though, right?
Not the Pattinson one.
Oh, okay.
Batgate, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what's happening?
Yeah, this is
People are
Batman
conjecturing
marketing.
because
This is weird.
they're
worry.
they're working on the trilogy for the Switch, and that's been delayed a couple of times. So people are conjecturing that because they're working on that, they're adding in some new stuff like that.
Oh,
And that
maybe.
somehow the wrong PC branch got pushed to the Epic Store.
Okay.
But
Vic Rattler in chat does correctly point out that it is Batman's style to appear and then disappear without notice. You know, like that's what Batman does.
They'll
Right.
do it in Suicide Squad as well, the game next year. He'll be in
Yeah.
there for a second, they'll take him out.
Jeez.
from The Verge reporting, Xbox is shaking up their leadership structure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw
after that Activision acquisition. Matt Booty is now president of game content and studios, including Bethesda, Remember Pete Hines just announced
right.
that he
That's
was
probably
retiring?
a good idea.
Yeah.
Because they were like,
All right,
we weren't
Booty.
really watching Redfall, so
Exactly.
yes, do this. It's good.
Let's go, Matt Booty.
And Sarah Bond, rock
Yeah.
star over there, promoted to Xbox president. Mm-hmm. And then Phil Spencer, CEO over all of them.
Yep.
So there's a little graphic. It's like got a
Basking in
branch.
that
It's like
Activision
Phil
deal.
Spencer, and then this side of people, and then that side of people.
Do you think that there are ever like last names listed or hyphenated between the department heads and it just says Booty Bond?
Booty Bond.
Maybe.
Well, they need some restructuring because they have so many damn studios now.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with all those.
Bobby was on that list too. He was down
For
there by the
now.
bottom,
Good old Bobby.
head of Activision over there.
See how long that lasts.
Huber
2
though,
months.
Night Dive's at it again.
They're at it again?
Yeah, dude. Dark Forces.
Dark Forces,
Oh,
Star Wars
that's
Dark
right.
Forces
Sick.
comes out February
Fuck
28th.
yeah, dude.
More February games.
So sick.
Exactly 29 years
That's
after the
bad.
original.
So cool.
Badass.
That's so
That's
cool.
fun. That's a flex.
Yo,
Sick,
we
man.
gotta get Kyle Katarn and Cal Kestis live action.
Yeah.
Oh.
We gotta get him in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Dude, I didn't realize that game came out in '95.
I know, that's
like
wild.
29
That makes sense.
years, and
Yeah.
then I looked at the date. I'm like, really? I thought that it was like 2000 or something.
It was like a little. It's just a little before my time because I played Jedi Outcast
right,
first.
right. Because it's
And
Dark
then
Forces, then Dark Forces 2,
2,
and then there was,
then
after that,
Jedi Outcast.
Got it, yeah.
Was it Jedi Academy?
And then Jedi Academy.
Oh.
After Outcast. So I remember going back to it and just loved it. The weird live action cutscenes were so sick. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Box
the height
art,
of
dude.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
I remember.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a stormtrooper getting shot. Yeah, sick.
Wow. Power Wash Simulator.
I remember I had to use. Sorry, I remember I had to use a cheat code in Dark Forces 2, I think, to beat the final boss or one of the boss with like the double. He had 2 lightsabers, and I was just like, I can't do this. I gotta find a code. And I remember using a code. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go back
Sorry.
in time
Sorry.
because Power Wash Simulator is getting a Back to the Future tie-in November
Yeah.
16th, including Doc Brown's van,
Yo, this is fun.
the DeLorean time machine,
Of course.
the Hill Valley Clock Tower,
Wait,
What? Wow.
Okay.
the Holomax Theater playing Jaws 19,
That is sick, dude. That's really sick.
Dude, wait, are you in the theater or are you outside?
Outside.
The town?
Outside. The 3D
Oh
Jaws.
my god.
Yeah, the
Futureland.
teaser that they put up was like going up to the Holomax and like spraying off one of the movie posters, and it was basically just a poster for the expansion.
Dude, I will clean the entire town square. Like, let me go in all the buildings. Dude, let me go buy the sports almanac. Let me go into the little diner.
And the train, Doc's train is in there
Oh,
too.
from
That's sick.
It's a meaty
Wow.
expansion.
Yeah, that is meaty. Wow.
How much?
That is.
This is 20
Either
bucks.
wasn't there. I didn't write it down. Yeah.
This sounds like
this is a big
$20
expansion.
territory.
It's a big expansion.
Big
Yeah.
license. Big license.
That is great.
That is good.
Gangs of Sherwood, which I'm pretty sure was my fizzle.
$8.
$8.
Hey, what a
Wow, what a steal.
Dang.
They're giving
Nice.
it away.
It'd be funny if they, sorry to Huber, you blood, but it'd be sorry if they like retcon it so that the clock tower is fine, but then you power wash it too hard and it breaks from the jet of the water.
Will there be a lightning bolt?
Of course, you have the objects.
yeah.
You do it, it's gonna like kill you. You have to start the level over.
Stage hazards.
But yeah, Gangs of Sherwood, which I'm pretty sure was my fizzle, has been delayed again. After the recent Steam Next Fest demo. This now makes the second delay since our fall game preview episode. It's now moving from November 2nd to November 30th.
Did they say why it was delayed? Just like feedback or something?
yeah, feedback and the state of the game right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Needs more time.
Yep.
It's not ready yet. And then play this, Isla. We still need you to stream this with Dawn or
Yeah, this
something.
game looks
Yeah.
sick.
But there is a Halloween collaboration between Station to Station, which is a very chill train sim game,
So fun.
and Choo Choo Charles,
Charles.
This is genius.
This is genius.
a very not chill
Yeah.
train horror franchise.
He looks really good in the game.
Out
too.
now, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they just, you got to get out there before Halloween.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to that yet, but it's
Yeah.
it's
It's so good.
Distracted by it,
What a
yeah.
great pull. Like, hey, you're making a train game?
Yeah.
We're making a train game. Let's do Halloween. All right, it's time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Sorry, I was distracted by the crunches
Yeah.
there. They were
That's
doing some crazy crunches.
crunchy stuff. Yeah.
From Renardin. Hi, allies. This is an interesting
Hi.
one. My girlfriend and I have been playing Super Mario Brothers Wonder together. And while we're definitely having a great time, she has really been struggling with the controls. Running, using power-ups, and carrying shells, all being on one button, makes no sense to her. She finds it really difficult to jump while holding run while both are on face buttons. As a lifelong Mario game player, these things seem totally intuitive to me. But now that she has pointed them out, she's right. These controls make no sense. Run should be on one of the shoulder buttons or triggers. ZR just does the same as R anyway. Wasting an elephant water splash when you want to go faster or jump further is ridiculous. The thumb rock style of pressing two buttons is really unintuitive for anyone who didn't grow up with it. It's not like she's new to games. We played Rayman Legends, Tropical Freeze, Cuphead, It Takes Two, among many others. And she's never had these kinds of issues. Is this just a case of, well, this is how it's always been, no need to reevaluate? Why does Nintendo never give players the option to change controls beyond maybe swapping two face buttons around? Is this game another victim of it must be playable with a single Joy-Con? And on a similar note, why is Mario Kart the only racing game I played in the last 15 years that uses a face button to accelerate instead of a trigger? I can barely play an hour of that game without my hand cramping. Do the allies agree? And can you think of any times in your gaming life that something seemed completely obvious or intuitive to you really gave someone you know trouble?
Well, I mean, from what we played and what I played, there's quite a few options to remap and turn off stuff in the controls. So I was kind of like surprised that they let you do that, because there were certain actions that can be done with multiple buttons and they can like shut them, like the butt stomp, like the first one that comes on there. You can disable motion, you can disable the left analog stick down, which is, for me, that didn't make sense to me, because it's like I'm always jumping and stuff, and sometimes it's an analog stick. It's sometimes not precise, so I hate when I'm like holding right, but it's slightly right and down. It's like, no, that's a butt stomp. I die. I'm like, no, let's turn that off. So
Got it, yeah.
I'm kind of on the flip side where the perspective for me is I'm running in a Mario game. I'm holding down the run button. If there's an object in front of me, I don't need to worry about holding a second button. I just run into it and pick it up. So to me, it's like, oh, you don't have to worry about anything extra. It's normal.
I think that was what I was going to say, is that once you're familiar and comfortable with Mario, you're always running, so you just auto pick stuff up because you're holding it, right?
Yeah, I definitely felt other games where it's like, hey, why won't they let me remap the controls, especially Nintendo games like Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild would only let you flip the run and jump button, so the sprint and jump button, and that was really it. And people are like, can I just remap some other things? And they don't let you do that. But yeah, I definitely do feel the frustration when you can't just have, like, Nintendo should just give you a straight up, in every game of their first party releases, just give you, do you want to remap the controls? As long as it's possible, do it. There could be some reason, like was the Tears of the Kingdom, I imagine with some of those more like the Ultra Hand and the craft, like, you know, the building system might get if you accidentally like remove a button, like they have to do like the error checks to be like, hey, no, you need this button still, like you can't do that, or is this too much to maybe like QA? I don't know.
I do wonder how much of that is about debugging stuff. There's like, oh, yeah, it seems simple to us, but then it's like in the long term, it's like, no, if you have 250 different possible button combinations, and
but I mean,
somebody's
like,
got to test for those things, right?
Tough noogies, you know,
Right?
like Elite Dangerous and all those. You've got walking controls, you've got flight controls, you've got, you know, there are 9 different sections of different mappable controls that you just map. You know, if you want to change them, you do. Like, I don't know, it's 2023.
But an internal Nintendo Mario game
Yeah.
is usually way less buggy
I mean, yes.
than something
Very-
like Elite Dangerous.
I mean, just slap a thing that says like modify at your own risk or whatever. But what I mean is like for Zelda, you could remap your normal walking controls, and then if Ultra Hand is a separate section of
Right.
different map, you know, either they don't let you change that for some stupid Nintendo reason, or they let you change that separately, you know.
Yeah, like maybe they have to go a step further, like adding like a wheel where when you pick that option, then the controls change to while you're in that
Yeah.
mode, and you have like an exit button. It's like right back to the default control scheme for default gameplay. I mean, games handle it that way all the time.
Yeah.
So I think you can keep it complex, but also like sometimes, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely again let people pick the controls they want. But also, yeah, I've never really felt Mario games have been too complicated.
Right.
There obviously are a lot of like moves you can do that aren't necessarily like useful or really essential. Like think back to like Mario 64, like the not necessarily the slide tackle, but like the spin kick thing when you're stationary. It's like when are you really using that? But like, oh, you could just do it for the sake of doing it. Like Metal Gear, there's the way Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid 2. Freaking blew my mind at the time, but how many different shoulder buttons and triggers you had to like and face buttons for all these like stand on your tippy
Pressure-sensitive
toes
buttons.
while looking around the corner and then hold someone up and then like if you like that one button wrong time you'll fire and like I was like dude too many
Yeah.
inputs for this simplify it please
Half pressing square.
yeah exactly
Shot so many dudes.
yeah I was like this you gotta work on this a little bit so definitely been on the other end where it's like this is ridiculous this is too much
Screaming Argonaut had a good point here in chat that they were saying that Zelda especially, but like Nintendo likes to use graphical elements that show the controller and show the
Right.
button combinations and stuff, and they like put it into the game itself. And like obviously every game does that, but like they do it a little more than some companies.
I
So
mean,
maybe
the
that's part of it.
Ocarina of Time is
Right,
the N64
right.
buttons. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like part of the design of it.
Yeah, that's and then obviously this has the history of going back to the NES when all you had were the A and B buttons.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a sense of the characteristic feel, right,
Yeah.
of a Mario game is that rocker sort of motion, and so while it'd probably be good to still have other options, yeah, I think that's why they've retained that control style.
Mm-hmm.
I fully think it's vestigial controller layout.
Yeah, I get the water splash thing though.
The water splash, especially, yeah.
Because like you
But I
want to
also
start running, but it
not
splashes.
used the
but
water splash
but
that much,
I'm
but yeah.
saying like I've never gotten to a point where I needed so much water where I like ran out at the end where I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I understand.
Any other things that you can think of where like somebody was playing something and just didn't get it, and you're just like, no, what's the problem? I mean,
3D camera stuff has
Yeah.
always been challenging for people. Like I had an
Yeah.
ex who we tried playing something and she just like she'd played Mario and 2D games and stuff, but she'd never played a 3D game, and she like could not do both sticks at the same time.
Yeah.
She was just like, I can't do this.
That's
this
a
is
big
too
barrier.
weird.
Yeah. My wife has had that barrier too. With Astrobot, I thought it would just be fun, like pop in and play Astrobot when that came out on PS5, and it was like it was a hard time for her.
Yeah.
And even though she plays Animal Crossing like almost every day and stuff like that, but you don't have to do that in Animal Crossing, you know.
Is she gonna play Infinite Wealth?
No. It'll be funny if she did and she just never left that island. But what was funny though was she got so into, and she still asks me to pull it out and play it sometimes. Medal of Honor Frontline
Sick.
on GameCube.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little different because first person versus third person camera control.
Yeah.
But she basically like learned how to like methodically go through that game with like sniper rifles. So she was never like having to like really run around and strafe dudes.
Yeah.
But just like pick them off.
Oh my gosh.
One by one. All gold stars on that game.
Crazy.
Whole game. And then she's gone through it multiple times. Over and over and over. Yeah.
That's a sick pick. So like a game to really like be obsessed with.
Yeah, she's really into
Yeah.
history and stuff, so
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Medal of
Medal of
Honor.
Honor, dude. Those games were good.
Hell yeah,
I
they
like
were.
those games.
Allied Assault, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, Medal of Honor Allied Assault. Truly one of the best shooters ever.
from Stomps. Boo.
No.
Ah,
You got me. Oh.
Is Nintendo cursed?
Yes.
They market themselves as a jolly family company with cartoon games for kids like Mario and Zelda. And then they add surprise demon grabby hands to Tears of the Kingdom. Rated E10. Everyone, 10 and up. I specifically remember as a child having to bug my older brother to watch my back while I braved a group of Redeads under a gravestone in Ocarina of Time. Does the panel have any fond or traumatic memories from a piece of children's media, Nintendo or otherwise? I feel the family features deliver a special flavor of cursed that mature titles don't quite capture.
So we're talking about family-friendly stuff that might have had like cursed things.
dude, our
Just in
entire
general?
childhood. We grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, this was everything.
Yeah.
So I
Have
gotta-
you seen Dark Crystal, bro?
Yeah, you know what I was thinking was Return to Oz.
Oh my God, Return to
I
Oz.
love that movie.
But
I haven't
even-
seen
Oh,
it since
it's
I was
great.
a kid.
Things that were innocuous. I told this before. I forget when, but there's an episode of Sesame Street with Bert and Ernie, and I believe it was Ernie was in the tub and pulled a drain, and he got sucked down the drain.
Dude, yeah.
And I
Oh
was
my gosh.
terrified.
Everyone was afraid of
I was like
baths.
I was like what, like
Oh,
2 or 3 years
no.
old, and like seeing this, and like we remember, like I was just terrified of baths. I would not want baths, which was great because my parents like, oh, try a shower. Like, oh, I could do the shower, but like the bath with the spiraling part, I was like, nope, never want to
That's
go in
so
that
funny.
again. Because I was like, I told her like I'm gonna get sucked down there like Ernie and Sesame Street.
Yeah, chat's pointing out Secret of Nim.
Oh,
Brave
most
little
of-
fucking toaster,
love
bro.
Oh my God,
Secret
Brave
of
Little
Nim.
Toaster.
I never
God,
thought of it
right.
as being. I mean, like it's definitely dark, but I never thought of it as scary growing up.
Well, when you're a kid, you get scared
Dude.
of
I mean,
ghosts.
that's why I saw it. But
Scared
Yeah, the start-
shit list of the live action Ghostbusters movie because I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
the cartoons.
Oh, right.
And then my parents like, oh, maybe
intense.
live action Ghostbuster movie, and like it's the most of it's like fine. It was the scene where they get Dana and stuff when the
Oh,
Zool converts
yeah.
her to the dog in their apartment.
Yeah.
I was like scared of closets for a long time. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, the
that's
never-ending
funny.
story, dude.
Yeah.
Artax! Watching Artax die changed my life, dude. and the nothing and the wolf, dude. Ah,
I was seriously like a week ago, you know, when you're just on the internet and there's like the random like ads trying to get you to click. It's like the most traumatizing kids movies of all time, and it's just a fucking picture of Artax.
yeah,
My God.
Artax.
I'm trying to think of any other games though. I mean, it's a pretty good pick with Zelda. Like it does have a lot
Oh,
of those
yeah.
creepy things.
Yeah, Zelda definitely has creepy stuff.
Majora's Mask is a full creep show.
When I was very little, Castlevania used to creep me out a little bit. When I was
But see,
very,
the
very
difference
little.
with that though is like that's meant to be a spooky.
Yeah,
game,
I know.
right? Whereas like they're saying it's like, oh yeah, Zelda's supposed to, look all ages, whatever. You know, Castlevania had a freaking severed head on Nintendo Power.
That was 2. That was 2.
Yeah.
When I was like 2 also, my parents told me the Heffalumps and Woozles used to scare me from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
Yeah. it's
Heffalumps
like
are
a-
intense.
It's like a song on it. Heffalumps and Woozles. Yeah.
Chad is saying the piano from Mario 64.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
It like slams
I was
around.
always
Yeah.
by it so fast I didn't see it.
Yeah, good ghost
Speed up.
house
Well,
in there.
no, they showed it in the. I remember the promo materials. They had a different camera angle for it, so like you'd see it coming at you. But in the thing, it's like meant to be like a jump scare now.
Yeah.
So you can't like tell it's coming. That's a haunted mansion, dude. Boo's mansion.
Boo's Mansion.
Earthbound is pretty
I got a
intense
pretty-
for looking like a cutesy game, I'll tell you that.
I've got a pretty hardened tolerance for this kind of stuff, so really, I'm really struggling to think of anything. Really, the only thing that actually gave me nightmares as a kid was Unsolved Mysteries. That's it. I know it's not a
Real-life
kids
shit.
show. Yeah. Unsolved Mysteries fucked me up. My grandma would watch it like every night. And I would have to like leave the living room, dude. She would just be in there, and I'm like, dude, his voice freaked me out. The mute, everything.
His voice.
Yeah, I would just like go in the back and shut the door and be like, dude, I don't like this.
You were literally me too.
Yeah.
I would go home.
Yeah.
I'd be there before my parents came home, and I would accidentally put on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me.
Scared the shit out of me. Yes. So scared.
What's really crazy is the second you said Unsolved Mysteries,
Yeah.
Pixelated in chat said Unsolved Mysteries. theme.
Oh.
Like you
Yeah.
I read it at the exact second you said it. Perfect timing.
Yep. Real life shit. It's scary.
Let's play a game. All right, this is a real interactive one. This isn't a guessing game exactly. Brandon K. Gann. Hello, everyone. With this being the last podcast prior to Halloween, I wanted to task you all with creating a Frankenstein-ien monstrosity of a game scenario you think would be the most terrifying to trudge through, using a unique horror game or movie franchise per variable. Your elements of choice. So every one of these you got to pick something from a game or a movie.
Okay.
And you can't just keep using the same ones.
Okay.
So you need to pick any horror games or movies setting.
Raccoon City.
Okay. Sure.
Raccoon City.
All right.
All right.
Which is already not scary at all, dude. It's cozy.
Messed up.
Should we
Should we
it
start
cozy?
over? Yeah,
Blood
yeah.
just typed it. It's too late.
Okay, all right.
You'll need to pick only one of a primary firearm weapon
Shotgun. Come on.
and any secondary
Axe.
melee weapon.
Bored with a
Shotgun
nail in
and
it.
axe.
Shotgun
Bored
and
with a
axe.
nail in it.
Shotgun and axe.
Bored with a
All
nail
right, do it
in
for
it.
Ella. Board with a nail in it.
Shotgun and board with a nail.
It's gritty. I like it.
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, dude.
Yeah. Dude, the like sounds in the first one when the things are crawling and
Oh,
you just
yeah.
keep just like
Yeah, oh my god, I love it so much.
Big pipe.
You'll need to pick up to 3, but you can just do 1 or 2 if you prefer. Horror video game enemy types.
All right.
Crimson Heads.
Jeez.
Okay.
Now we're
Wait, that we already
escalating.
did one from Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
We've done 2, sort of.
We did shotguns.
Yeah.
We did Raccoon
Yeah, yeah.
City already.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe no Crimson Heads, because they did say unique
Um.
per variable.
Those floaty ghosts from Silent Hill 4.
Ooh.
Doing,
The board is from Silent Hill, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
All right.
No more Resident Evil Silent
Yeah.
Hill.
No more Resident Evil, no more Silent Hill. I didn't know we were going franchise.
All right,
about
we haven't done
the,
anything yet. I want Gremlins.
How about
Gremlins.
the
What?
psychotic
Gremlins.
inmates from Outlast?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Those guys freak me
Outlast
out.
Psychos.
Especially when
Gremlins
Gabby
from the
likes.
movie
The one that,
Gremlins?
yeah,
Yes.
the one in the corner that Gabby really likes to stare at.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say, like, a ghost from Fatal Frame would be good.
Yeah.
Like,
that's good.
Sure.
Yeah, can you even hurt that with a board with a nail or a shotgun?
not really.
I don't think so.
You need a camera.
You need a special camera.
Lisa?
We got 3.
Laura.
Laura.
Oh, we have 3.
Yeah, we got 3.
Okay, cool. Evil
We
Women
could
still on
we
the
could
table.
replace Laura instead of the ghost from Fatal Frame because we
No,
can't
no,
We're
attack
saving
them.
it.
Yeah, save it up.
All right,
save it
all
up.
right.
Okay.
Fatal Frame's sick. That's a good one. Especially a good
here we go,
contrast
here we
with the
go.
Outlast
All right.
freaks. You know, like having the freaks and then having the ghosts. I like that.
Here we go. Any main antagonist from a horror game to go up against at the end.
It's only a
The
horror.
end.
Dude.
So just a horror game. Because you use Gremlins.
Either the
Right?
keeper.
Yeah.
That's from a movie, right?
Okay.
Either the keeper or Laura.
Yeah. Well,
what do
it's
we
weird
like?
because they said movie or game earlier. And
Laura,
I don't know.
dude.
Laura's pretty fucking hype.
Laura's very
She's
terrifying.
really hard to beat.
She's terrifying.
Laura.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta have fire.
Hell yeah. Better have fire. Dude, fucking speedrunning the like agony fire arrow for that fight is just only upgrading it until you have it. So good. Fuck, Damiani, we gotta play Evil Within 2!
It's free on Epic Game Store right now.
You need to pick either a character that won't survive the night, or
Jessica.
or something or something the character would sacrifice of themselves by the end. Which I'm not
Hand.
Yeah, we're cutting a hand off for
cutting
sure.
a hand.
No
John
doubt.
Wick.
Jessica dies and we lose a hand. Both.
Yes.
Both.
Perfect.
Jessica from what?
Everything.
Every game we have a dead white.
I was thinking of like, what was it, Milton or whatever that was in the Dark Pictures anthology?
Milton.
The curator?
Morton. Who was the guy I killed by accident?
Oh! Merwin.
Merwin.
You strangled his ass. Cold
Strangled
fucking
Merwin?
blood, dude. Merwin.
Cold-blooded, dude.
Straight murder, dude. Didn't need to happen. That was a dick, though.
And finally, you need to create a post-credit scene, leveraging all you provided thus far to leave the players with a sense of dread.
Sense of dread.
Jessica's, dude, back. Jessica's back. but different.
As a ghost from Fatal Frame.
Back as something, yeah. Jessica is revealed.
Or she's got the eyes like the Outlast Psychos.
No, like a borderline psychopath comes out at the end.
Oh, God.
I'm like, no, not another Borderlands game.
Jessica comes out as a Borderlands Psycho wearing our hand as a necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she has our hand for sure. But the hand is like doing something.
Yeah, the hand is
Doing
moving.
something.
Yeah, the hand is like the main mechanic of the next game.
Oh.
You play as her and you use
Yeah.
that hand.
That's the Ultra Hand.
Ah.
Nice. Thank you, Brandon, and happy Halloween.
So Suda.
Yeah.
Executive produced
Yeah, produced.
by Suda.
For sure.
It's time for bets. This week's bet. There's a little bit of a build-up, but it's simple. Once we get through it all, the explanation. Ebenezer and the Invisible World comes out next Friday. If you're not familiar, this is a Metroidvania based on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Throughout the game, you make alliances with different ghosts to gain new powers for Ebenezer. And Buster Bailey is a street urchin that gives you a downward kick, similar to Link's down thrust in Zelda 2. So you can use it to attack enemies, but you can also use it to bounce off of objects and platform. So, how many times will I see Buster Bailey appear on the official Play On World's Twitter account between now and next week's podcast? That includes videos where every down kick is another Buster Bailey. That includes any kind of art or posters from the game, and that includes we've determined also if they just like put his name on there somewhere.
Do you think Charles Dickens would be stoked about this game?
No, you'd think it's like a demon box.
I mean, yeah, you have to really like full on the whole lore
Smash it, dude,
of like.
immediately.
Do you mean Charles Dickens was alive in the 21st century and knows all this stuff and grew up in this? But
defrosted
or
and
did he just-
immediately shown this game.
Just bring him here.
This is your legacy.
I imagine him just like saying, "My God," and drinking a whiskey slowly.
For everyone's reference, there were 13 Buster Baileys in the past weeks.
Shout out to
Tweets.
Charles Dickens in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Great fucking character.
Brad, how many Buster Baileys?
15 busters.
15. Huber.
This is a 2, not an 11. But
That is a 2?
that's a 2. Alan Wake font, dude.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2.
Sure.
Roman numerals.
Damiani.
Classy.
Well, you can't mistake this. This is a 1.
That's a 1.
Oh, shit.
Isla.
12.
12. Gabby.
That's way out of focus. What does that say?
He's going to say 16.
She said 13.
Does it actually say 13?
Yes, it
He's going
does.
to say
Okay.
16 or 17. Watch.
And then I said 21.
It's a lot of buster.
It's a lot of
That's
Buster.
not a buster. I think.
There's a lot of down kicks in this game. I don't know. There's some that do like this kind of like double jump, but they like grab you and toss you like an acrobat. And there's like a side dash too.
Is that all buster though?
No, those are different ghosts.
Okay.
Those are different ghosts.
Yeah.
That's not Buster.
Love an air
All
dash.
buster. Yeah.
Last week's
Top 10
bet.
air dashes.
Alan Wake 2. Out. 2 hours. I asked, how many words will be in the first spoken sentence? This is hilarious.
This
No
was a
spoilers, don't
great
worry.
bet, dude. This was a great bet.
Brad bet 9. Brandon bet 5. Huber bet 5. Isla bet 6. Gabby bet 5. And I bet 3. The answer? Back to the beginning. 4 words. Which means Brandon, Huber, Gabby, and me all win. Both teams get a point.
Alan Wake 1.
And
We
the
should get
streak
3
bonus
points.
is active.
Yeah.
So-
Wait a minute. Their streak bonus activates even if we also get a point?
Yeah, they got a
Who's the
point.
win?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So, that brings our scores to Garrulous Ducks 29.
Quack, 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 quack.
Sleepy Grizzlies 20.
Asterisk.
Let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. Everything that we do is funded by our wonderful community that is here watching on Twitch, watching on listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, listening on iTunes, wherever you are, pitching in and dropping in a couple dollars in that bucket every month to make this happen. You can give a Twitch sub, and that'll help. You can give a one-time donation via PayPal, which is in those links down there on the description on YouTube or below the Twitch player. But the most effective way is to become a monthly contributor and get in over there at Patreon. And there are all kinds of different fun things that you get for being a patron. You get this podcast 2 days early at the $5 level. That's ad-free. You've got bonus Love and Respect questions there. You get to submit to Love and Respect every week. You get to make us come up with crazy horror games stuff. You get Fast and Loose. You get reaction shots. You get extended cuts. And you get in on that Discord where, you can chat with people about baseball or music or video games or just what's going on in life or food pictures or whatever.
Or Alan Wake 2.
Or Alan Wake 2. I
Yeah.
bet there's an Alan Wake 2 thread.
Yeah.
If it's not there, it'll be there tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump into that one, actually.
Yeah.
Mark my words. I'm jumping in. I promise.
At $10, that's our contributor tier where you get to submit to the community showcase. You get to put things on for our stream team that happens every other week, as well as Q&A and some other things. And then $25 and up are our producer tiers. And our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast every week, as well as shout outs on Frame Trap and Reaction Shots. And this month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, El Thanis, Greg, The Dark Knight Kettering, and Miguel. Shout out.
Loud.
All right. Huber, Gabby, and myself get to promote any Easy Allies video we'd like to promote. We get the final word on anything we disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just pop it in our heads. And we get to sign off with our trademark sign-off. So there's 3 of us, 3 rewards. I'll do a sign-off. I don't know who's got a final word, who's got a video.
I will do the video.
Okay.
Check out that Lords of the Fallen review from Bradley Ellis.
And cut by Isla Hink.
Cut by
right.
Isla Hink.
That's right.
Couple of Souls experts. So check it out.
All right. Gabby, you got a final word over there?
She's ready to go.
I don't remember. I don't remember what was talked about.
Artax! Artax! Did you remember when Artax died? You've probably never seen that movie, huh?
Never seen it.
Oh, gosh.
I've seen a play version of it.
You've seen a play version of
Yeah,
it?
at summer camp.
I remember seeing a play version of A Wrinkle in Time.
I've also seen that.
Nice.
Go sit down. You don't need to do one if you don't.
My final word is go play Alan Wake 2.
Nice. And we will see you before the next blood moon rises.
Do you think Charles Dickens would be stoked?
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, El Thanis, Greg the Dark Knight Kettering, Miguel, Bradley Spees, Diogo, Forever Ender, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, Rob Bob Will, Roy Sung, Stomps, 44 Stars, Alexander Zirianov, Anna Croft, Andri, Aurelien Grenier, Beaten Down Brian, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Colton Piccione, Daniel Martinek, Dave Red, David Wilson, DBA, Dimitri Zetas, Douglas Chomich, Edward Gonzalez, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Happy Gaming, Hesperus84, Isaac Swanson, Jesse Blue, Jesus R., Kroldemort, Lath, Matthew Pauling, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Paul Sway, Pete Shoemaker, Ronka Q, Raylon, Raymond Wheeler III, Ritz 1906, Robert Stoffel, Sage Mode Q, Sam Handrick, Sigma, S-Snake 24, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Chum Nguyen, Zio VGM, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Accounts Payable, Adam Henry, Alex Monaco, Anthony F., Anthony Galvin, Anthrioni, Antonio Coyne, Arthur Lau, Osteel, Austin, Barry Tomasini, Benjamin Miller, Bob Starling, Brian Foster, Bryce Hornsby, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Katie Garza, Chief Uhu, Chris Eccles, Chris Khalid, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Colin Montot, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Culinary Stud, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, Davy Cakes, David Aniki, Delisi, DF, DRD 7 of 14, Edison S. Prada Jr., Enya Hink, Eric Crone, Eric Tobias, Eric, Espen Gotchman, Ethereal Ether, Felipe Barbosa, Fishflop, Forrest, Froject, Gabriel Aberg, Gabriel Smith, Jen Cruz, Jen Woofles, Gino Elite, Graham, Gustav Strombaum, Harrison Holt McHale, Helen Y, Hitman 47, Sun Chor, Ian Anderson, Isaiah Matthews, Ivan Swade, Jack Forrest, Jan Nicholas Frogshirt Teal'c, Gerald, Jesse Fish, Jesse Wilkeson, Joey Bruno, Joey Din, John McCullough, Jonathan Gonzalez, Jordan Phillips, Junya Motomura, Carl Williams, Keegan Boyle, Kevin Gillet, Leon Keys, Linson Wu, Lister, Luis Ibarra, Lion Crown 19, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Matthias Clare, Max Miller, Mazrim Tame, Megadet, Mikey Mizek Novak, Mr. Anarchy, Mr. Matati, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nero, Nycrypt, Nick Hill Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Orugachino, Pablo Rodriguez, Paradigm, Patrick Held, Pixelated, Pojo TMC, RF Switch, Rainmaker, Ray Aldiar, Reed Johnson, Richard Ma, Robert J. Williamson, Robert Seven Lee, Robin, Ryan Rutger, Salvers, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian Trier, Shauna Bowman, Sean Johnstone, Cito, Sneaky Gato, Splontot, Steps, Stone Soup VT, Strikeout NZ, Sultab, Taffy 9K, T-Beaks 15, Tim Strothman, Toad Shadow, Tokyo Slim, Tomovi Kioni, Travis Ing, Trevor Thomas, Trizac, V8 Dave, Wouter DeHaze, WTF Master Mike, Yami Zetsumi, Zach Hardy, Zach Wojnar.